Whoa. Holy cow.
At 525 Franklin Street in Reading sits the old Rajah Temple, a vestige of a bygone era of social organizations. Currently, only the main level of this building is occupied by the Mosaic House, and Director Diana was nice enough to reach out to me and offer me a tour. So come explore with us while we walk around the long-abandoned parts of this building. And I'll tell you everything I could find about its history. But first, let's take a look around the basement.
You never know, right?
This was storage at one point that we were using. We really don't come down here often anymore.
The beginning of the local Rajah chapter dates to 1892, when the Berks County members of the Lulu Temple were tired of making the journey to Philadelphia to attend meetings. They decided to pursue a local chapter with the National Rajah Organization. In August of 1892, they were granted their charter and purchased the former St. Matthew's Lutheran Church at Franklin and Pearl Streets, with the intent to renovate it into their headquarters. Shortly after New Year 1893, events started being promoted in the new space. The organization obviously held its own member-only events, but it also regularly opened to the public for dances, lectures, and concerts. These public events served as fundraisers for the many philanthropic avenues in which the Shriners donated their time and resources. On June 28, 1916, the Reading Times reported that the growing Shriners organization had met the previous night and decided to completely tear down this building and rebuild new in the same footprint, including 2 adjoining properties that they had purchased. However, that November, it was reported that the old Academy of Music on North 6th Street was purchased instead as a new home. That building, which was 110 by 230 feet, was quite a bit larger than could be constructed on this lot. Unfortunately, in the early morning hours of May 10th, a fire ravaged the upper floors of the old Academy of Music building. It was believed to be started by a discarded cigarette. Within a month, it was decided that the organization would raise the Academy structure and rebuild. And that Rajah Theater still sits on North 6th Street, but is now known as the Santander Performing Arts Center.
You gotta like hit all the breakers or what?
Yeah, it's a guessing game. So this, I think this might also be part of the printing company, but I'm not really sure.
That's where that comes up, huh? No? Press a few more buttons. See what happens.
There was some kind of office or kitchen.
Oh, there you go.
The Shriners didn't immediately part with this original building. In 1918, the property was promoted in the Reading Times as Liberty Hall, which housed a roller skating rink and dances. In 1919, they did finally sell the building and contents to Overland Harper, which was a used automobile dealer expanding from Philadelphia into the Reading market. The new company renovated the building into their showroom and vehicle servicing space. I believe this may be when the first story was broken into 2 stories, making the former meeting hall into the 3rd story. This was also likely when the large freight elevator was installed in the rear to take vehicles up to the area they could be serviced, painted, and washed. In 1922, the business changed name to Loderick Schmoyer Motor Co., and in 1925, Overland Lingering Co.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so these would have been, I guess, stained glass windows, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got the kind of forms. But this looks like original molding. Wow. A radiator.
So I think these are bathrooms, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I heard there was something creepy in there one time, so I just never go in there, but I'm pretty sure.
You heard there was something creepy in there?
I don't know, because I won't go in them, but. Yeah, the floors are not
Oh, you have to go back.
very steep. But that one, this one's like right out in the open.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna be able to see anything anyway in the dark. Still got the tall ceilings, so. I don't know. Maybe it goes back to the, when it was the Rajah, but.
This was part of the car.
Oh yeah, look at that.
For sure.
Tools.
They have an old parts, I think, written something over there, taped up to the wall.
Two, three, four.
This one actually has like old parts, I think it is.
Single speed of the Bodie motor. Huh. I'll have to look at those, look up those, whatever boating is. That'll probably give me an idea of the year. And then, like, what the heck is this?
I think we would have, I think the dealership was in the 50s.
Yeah, that could.
Yeah, like you can see the ceiling, it's like severely like water damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it would take a lot of money to bring this up to code. Whoever purchases this, I'm assuming probably has a lot of money.
Yeah, it'll be a
I think we have
developer.
2 offers already in place.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, that's good.
Someone's really interested. Like some of these have, I guess, what they're supposed to be.
Oh. Good looking.
Compressor.
Flywheel turner. Armor. Clutch. That's crazy. I guess they had stuff hanging here.
Mm-hmm. My personal favorite is the 3rd floor. I think the 3rd floor was probably something like company too. At one point. And Social Security might have been in here, I think. If I remember correctly.
Sticks.
You are braver than I am, because I would never open those drawers.
Why not?
I don't want anything jumping out at me.
Uh.
I've seen a lot of things you can go in.
Uh-oh.
I've seen bats here.
Batman.
Not in these floors specifically, but downstairs we've seen.
Yeah.
One can only assume it's probably coming from somewhere in here.
Sometimes they find their way in. Generally harmless. Just notes. Wow. No money. What in the world? Are these just... There's nothing in them. They're just the... Huh. bizarre. Nothing. I love it.
Eventually, the property changed hands again and became Dittman Motors in the mid-1940s until they moved in 1955. At that time, Asim Wallpapers, Inc. purchased the structure for their own operations, which lasted until 1969. In 1970, the main level of the building was subdivided into various offices, some of which were occupied by the IRS, W.T. Grant, Threshold Social Services, and Berks Youth Services. In 1982, the property was sold to Frank Woolley & Co., who produced polarized animations for the display industry. Woolley & Co. occupied the basement and part of the second story of the structure. Honestly, I had to look up what polarized animations were, but they were actually pretty popular when I was a kid in the 90s. They were those signs that when you moved around, they looked 3D. I'm not positive, but I believe those signs would have been produced on this floor in those rooms because they took a certain amount of chemicals and lack of light to create.
Well, these stairs look relatively new.
Yeah, they don't feel super ancient. I'm assuming they were probably fixed up. Ish. This is the creepy part. You have to go into the darkness to get the lights in here.
Whoa. Holy cow.
Yeah, this is my personal favorite.
This is more of what I expected, like a one big room.
Yeah, so this is what they think used to be a ballroom because of the way that the lights are hanging.
Yeah.
They think that there used to be like tapestry.
This is where the Rajah would have held their events, lectures, concerts, and ball dances.
There might have been paintings. Like on those.
Like, look at the molding up there.
Yeah. That's what I mean. This is so cool.
So this right here used to be, I guess, the body shop
Okay.
for the cars.
It seems almost like, I don't know, counterintuitive to bring them like all the way up here.
Yeah, this dealership was laid out really weirdly.
I mean, I know there's less room in like the city to like kind of do that stuff, but
I guess they were half showrooms, half cars.
I found out later that this is where the automobile company painted cars, which I guess makes sense is why they had to contain the fumes and the paints.
Somebody's giant handprint.
oh. Lumpy head. But these windows are huge. Yeah, they need to be opened back up and hopefully, I mean, they won't, but
Yeah,
restore it to its actual.
they won't.
Because like this would make a kick-ass like apartment, like huge ceilings. Like I mean, honestly, they could probably break it into 2 floors. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, this is a lot of money to restore. I mean, like, look at this ceiling. There's water damage everywhere. Everything is like falling.
Yeah, so good.
Like that. The garage.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with that is it's a mansion. There's a lot of like really intricate stuff. There's definitely some out here. So his plan is to make it like an event venue. Yeah, the space is great. would they wash cars?
Since 1998, the first level of the building has been occupied by the Mosaic House Clubhouse, a subsidiary of Threshold Services, which provides a supportive community for those who struggle with mental illness to build skills and do meaningful work. Mosaic House is about to list the property for sale and plans to move out soon, as they have acquired a new location. Some of the second and all of the third floor have been largely untouched since Dittman Motors vacated in 1955, and will need a large amount of work to redevelop. Hopefully we can keep this one out of a New York developer's hands and someone local with vision can give it a new purpose.